beast, and the 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 beast, Mr. Beast. All right, we're gonna see here if we might have a problem here. I'm trying to figure it out. I took a break, but it didn't mean to be this long of a break. But YouTube's all screwed up. It didn't want to let me live stream. I had to try 4 times, and now hopefully it's live streaming. I'm not sure, but if it is, I need to upload the there's a fly. I still need to upload the thumbnail because it just wouldn't let me. YouTube was like, no, got him. YouTube was like, this time, the 4th time you've tried, we will let you live stream, but we won't let you upload a thumbnail. Okay, so we're live, it looks like. So that's good. Now I just got to upload the thumbnail. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. So give me just 1 second. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. You know, I figured if I was streaming for an entire week, there would be at least one problem. There had to definitely be at least one problem. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I had to restart my entire computer. Here we go. Upload thumbnail. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Why does it say 8? It's supposed to say 9. Oh, I screwed up. I gotta redo the thumbnail. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I don't know why I wrote 8. 8 was the last one. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Computer's freaking out too. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Oh, come on. Why didn't it save? Oh, it did save. Okay. So I just have to change this to a 9. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Recovered. Why does it say recovered? Oh my gosh. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Alright, thumbnail should be fixed. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Now I gotta find. Here we go. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. What's up, everybody? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Whoa, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Yep. Thumbnail's good now. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast flies in the room. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Beast. I'm Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'm Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 gotta make coffee. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. What? Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'm gonna have a Pop-Tart, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. No one's here, so I think I better put some tags in the video. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Oh, there's no tags in the last video. That's right. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I like going on 15 minutes here, not a single person has like even showed up. It says like 6 people showed up, but then 6 people left. So this could be a boring few hours. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I think YouTube's having some problems right now because I tried to start my live stream 4 freaking times. And then it finally worked. And now no one's showing up. And it's been 20 minutes now. Not a single person is coming. Which I've had this problem once before, a long time ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a YouTube problem. YouTube's not posting my videos, letting people know that they're around. It's okay, we'll survive. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Oops. Messed up again. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 boy. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, boy, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'll like my own video. How's that? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. If you want an entertaining show, then write in the chat. Let me know you're alive, because I think YouTube's all screwed up right now. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Maybe I broke YouTube. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Gemma, you're here. Wow. Thank you. I've been live streaming for like half an hour. You're the first person to actually comment. It was getting pretty boring. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Thank you a lot for helping out in the last live stream with all the people. Noel's back. Oh my gosh. Hi again. Thanks for coming back. That is so great. I missed you. Missed you both. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Yeah, they were trolls. This one guy came back and he said something about unbanning him or something because I guess he blocked him permanently, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But I said, I don't know what happened, but chances are your buddy was being rude. So and I recalled reading a couple thank you. A couple comments. I was like, yeah, it kind of sounded like he most likely deserved it. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Called me boomer and fat, and he called you damaged. Yeah. Well, you did a good job. I'm sure he deserved to get kicked. I know you're strong though, and you could deal with it, and I appreciate it. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's getting there. It's starting to look okay. Kind of some of it's still messed. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. It's the Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Probably put this in away in a second so I can concentrate on saying Mr. Beast because it's hard to do two things at once. Your real name is Emily, by the way. Well, hello, Emily. Should I call you Emily? Or would you prefer that I don't say that so people know? I never know. Sometimes people would rather just stick to their YouTube names so the whole world doesn't know their real name. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Yeah, okay, call me whatever you want. No, or Emily. I'll call you Emily because at least I know I'm pronouncing it properly. Mr. Beast, 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 yeah. glad there's a couple of people here because, man, I thought YouTube was broken. I was like sitting here for half an hour, but not a single person wrote anything in the chat. Some people, I guess, came in and went away, and then came in and went away. Okay, I just gotta fix this here, and then I'm gonna put this away, and we're gonna wrap, man. We're gonna wrap this up, boy. I'm getting that for now. It pretty much looks exactly how it did when I started because I'm using white on a white. It was already white, so didn't really do much. What's lurking? Well, lurking is when there's people watching, but they're not saying anything. But I'm personally fine with that because some people just want to watch. I'm going to paint this rock because it's here. See, some people, they're cruising YouTube and they see a live stream. They go, "What's this?" And they go and they check it out. They don't know the person. They've never talked to the person. They just was cruising on live stream or cruising on YouTube. And then maybe they don't really feel like chatting. They just want something live to watch. Also, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Also, some people don't have accounts. Like sometimes I tell my friends on Facebook, and I say, "Hey, come check out my live stream," and then they come over from Facebook, but they don't have a YouTube account because they're not YouTubers. They're just people with jobs. You know, they don't sign up for stuff, so they don't even have accounts. If you don't have an account, you can't even chat anyways. YouTube won't let you. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Before I go into streams, what? No, I've been looking. Oh, it's okay. What do you? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. This was a nice rock. I probably didn't need to paint it, but here's the thing. I had leftover paint and I didn't want to waste it. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Yes, the Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Another thing about lurking, which I'm totally fine with, I really don't care about lurking, but it's hard to tell, like, really what someone's intentions are. You know, some people just want to watch, you know, something. But, for example, like, Bottle Caps will come in here, and he'll want to support the channel. But he's not going to sit here for 4 hours and watch and chat. But he wants to support me, so he'll just leave the stream on, and then he'll go away, and he'll go do something else. He'll go work on his car or something, but he'll leave the stream open because he knows it helps me. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Okay, I'm gonna leave this how it is because I got my hands all dirty. I'm in the beam, 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 in the beam. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. How was dinner, Gemma and Razor? I didn't have dinner. It's only 1 p.m. here. I did eat some. I had a sandwich just with cheese in it. And I had some Pop-Tarts. I got a Pop-Tart right here. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even think about it. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's nighttime over here in India. I played the rain down in India. I blessed the beans down in India. Much more than one man could ever hold. I'm gonna go wash this paintbrush. Mr. Beast, 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 United Kingdom. Isn't that's like in the States? Isn't that by like Disneyland or something? Disney World? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I don't know where it's close to. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I gotta do up the hours here and see what we're at. How many hours I've live streamed so far. Because this is crazy. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. We got 12 hours, then 12 hours, then 7 hours, then 10 hours, and then 4.5 hours, and then 5.5 hours, and then 4.5 hours. So I can see I'm slacking off a lot. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. This is 24 hours. Plus that is 31 hours, 41 hours. This is 51 hours. This is 55. 55.5 hours so far. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I miss going to school. Moving school, by the way. We are living in crazy times. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, which means I can't come to and can't go to India and hand people beans because can't travel these days. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Right, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. You trying not to fall asleep this time? I'll try. If you do, that's okay. It's all right. I know that this is the most awesomest ever stuff. It could put you in a trance. Yeah. Oh boy, that's how we do this. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Yeah, Mr. Beast, 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 New person in chat. This is it's a great supporter. Gave me a super chat the other day. Thank you again. Very appreciative. You are a very wonderful person. And I'm glad you came back to hang out for a little bit. It's always nice to see you, along with all of you. All's y'all's is really cool. It's super cool. Super cool that you be coming here and hanging out with me. That's why I try to give you the best. The best Mr. Beat chanting that you could ever hear. It's fine. I'm going to try to find some more tracks. I got to find the ones with the right tempo. I like the music about Mr. Beast. It's a Mr. Beast story. Got a lot of 130 beats per minute, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. Let's try this one here. See how this is. Some of these beats probably suck, so I don't know. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. That beat's not the best. Hey, buds. EBRFPZ's in the house again. Good to see you again. How's it going? I'm really doing this for 7 days. Yep. But not 24 hours a day, so that makes it okay, right? Let's try this one. I am legend. Ooh. This is deep, boys. With Emily. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It started raining. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I don't know. These tracks aren't as good as the last ones I was doing. Got some real cheap beats. Want some cheap beats? Got some freestyle beats here. Yeah. Mr. Beast, 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 6,000. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Beast, Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Wow, it just keeps going. How was that? Was that too crazy? Was that just up insane? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I don't want this. Oh, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. beast. Yeah, it's a beat, Mr. Beast. Yeah, let's go. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 backwards. Sip zip, 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 forwards. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 3/4 timing. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Now back to normal. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast. It's a beast, 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 6,000. It's a beast, 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 6,000. It's a beast, 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 6,000. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast. Whew. Wow. What's up, Studio Geek 32? Well, that would be reaction video would be neat. It'd be cool to see that. Whew. Well, that was fun. And by the way, that is copyright free. So, so if you want to use that in your video, go for it. You can cut the clip, put it on your own channel. It won't get copyright claimed. I know because I made the beat. And I never made it copyrighted, so. And I most likely, sometimes YouTube does errors, but I've only had it happen one time in my life. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast. See what we got here. Thanks for the like button. Thanks for hitting the like. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 boy. Mr. B6000, boy. When does this beat stop? When are we gonna make the beat drop? How is it being a YouTuber when you first start, and how do you get confidence showing your face? Well, basically, you can expect to start YouTube and never go anywhere, just like me. I'm not a big YouTuber. I've basically like gone nowhere since I started YouTube. I mean, I don't like saying that because obviously you guys are here hanging out with me, so I've gotten somewhere, but it's not like I'm successful or anything. So the question is, how is it being a YouTuber when you first start? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of did a lot of research into it and then jumped in after like months. So I kind of had an idea of what I was doing. I watched a lot of videos online of other YouTubers, their setups, the cameras they use, stuff. Not that you need a big camera, all you need is a phone, but it's just what I did. I was like, oh, you need lights. Lights are good. Okay, you know. Start off with just a little lamp. But I mean, yeah. As far as showing my face, you see, I come from a music background. I've got like a bunch of albums. I got like 5 albums online on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. And my band and stuff, we played shows. So I've got years and years of just playing shows in front of people. And then you just learn that you're going to screw up. You're going to mess up. And instead of like getting all embarrassed in front of a whole bunch of people, you just take it and be like, well, that just happened, whatever. And you just got to like be like, I don't care what people think. You just have to have confidence in yourself and say, I know who I am. And if I'm happy with who I am, it doesn't necessarily matter what anyone thinks, you know? And it's got to be like that. You know, if I'm like drinking, I'm not going to do it. But if I like spill coffee all over myself right now, right? All over my shirt, or I dribbled down my face, you know, someone might be like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that on a live stream. I can never show my face again. But it happens, man. How many people spill coffee on themselves, or any pop or anything every single day? You just have to be like, whatever, who cares? I thought you were going to go insane by saying Mr. Beast without a break for 7 days. Sorry. Well, you just got here. I just did a whole bunch. Oh my gosh. Are you still here? I'll do another one. I mean, this is the longest I've probably had a conversation without saying Mr. Beast. In the last 4 days, I've been doing this. And, so here, let me find you another track. Part 9 out of 16. Yep. Let me find you. I'm going to find you a track, and because you just got here, you missed all the other ones. So here, let's see how this one is. Mr. Beast, 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 And this one doesn't have a drum beat. I messed up. Sorry, buddy. I messed up. That one was a drumless track, so there's like no drums. Or else it would have gotten epic and cool, probably. My bad. I gotta find. We'll try this one. It's the beastman, 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 the beast. It's the beastman, 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 the beast. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast Bees, Mr. 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 Bees. Now backwards. Say bazam, 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 say bazam. Now forwards. Mr. Bees, 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 Mr. Bees. 3-4 timing. Mr. Bees, 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 Mr. Bees. Back to normal. Mr. Bees, 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 Mr. Bees. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Serious, dude. You could figure a different lifestyle and get rich another way in the time you do this. Cool. Then you can career, trust me. I don't even know you. Don't waste your time anymore, please. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. That was a fun track. It's fun listening to this. Well, I'm glad that you were enjoying yourself because that makes it all worthwhile. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. When I get free, motherfuckers be what there. As soon as I can release, I'ma clog some gas. Time locked down, but I'm back on the streets. There'll be trouble when they see me. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Bean, 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 Mr. Beast, 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 yeah. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Should go on America's Got Talent. I think you have to be in America for that. I think I went on Canadian. I think I did like Canadian. Hold on, just playing the same thing again. I think I went on Canada's Got Talent or something. But I just made a complete fool of myself. I didn't take it seriously. I think I tried to do some sort of stupid freestyle rap. It was probably most likely embarrassing. Then I knew, then I tried to go out with a big bang, and I think I did like a backflip or something. Of course, I didn't pull it off. I probably just landed on my butt. And then I left, and that was it. However, I did make it into the commercial. I never saw it myself, but all my friends told me that they saw me on the commercial. I think it was Canada's Got Talent or whatever. Or it was one of those shows like that. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Can YouTubers give other YouTubers shout-outs? Yeah. Sure they can. It's easy. You just say their name. Say no hard done. I don't know how to pronounce that name though. Go check her out. Go to her channel and check her out. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beesman, the 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 Beesman. Let's see what this beat is. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Too much coffee. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Okay, that is a weird freaking beat. That was freaking. I was like, what's going on here? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. This one doesn't work very well. Congratulations. It is getting dark where I am, and I am camping in the rain and wind. Such luck. Oh man. That sucks, maybe. Depends on if it's cold or if it's hot, right? Who knows? Could be fun. Just gotta, if you could dry yourself off somehow. How are you camping where there's no Wi-Fi in the woods outside? Maybe he's in his backyard. Maybe he's homeless. Maybe he's just in the back alley. Okay. This is 130 beats per minute. Extremely hard for me to do. So I'll probably screw it up. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Share the stream or Discord, Twitch, Facebook, anywhere. You don't know what you're missing. Actually, so that wasn't so bad. So if I could do any beats that say 130 beats per minute, that was exciting. Here's 135 beats per minute. Oh wait, is this? I got a feeling this one probably sucks, but we'll see. It's gonna be a lot harder. You can do shoutouts. It's the beast. It's the beast, and the beat, 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 and the beat. It's gonna be so hard. The beam and 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 the beam. It just sounds like Mr. Bean at this point, but also that I screwed up again, and that was a drumless track, so there's no drums on there because I keep messing it up. I keep going to the top of the page here. But it does. It just sounds like Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean. But, what, the butt? What in the butt? Give me a sec. It's a beat, it's a beat, it's a beat, it's a beat, it's a beat. Okay, here's one. It's 135 beats per minute. But it has a beat, so. No, it says drumless too. What the heck? I'm gonna flip right out, people. I'm flipping right out. I was just so excited about that too. And these ones don't even look like they have the beats per minute. Oh well, we'll just mess around. Mess around. We mess around. We go Mr. Beast and mess around. We mess around like all day. So how long left do you go do this for? I don't know. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 and Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 6,000. Okay, I saw what? Your name was in one of these earlier when you left. He was doing this, but your name. Oh yeah. Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. Kind of. I think he was maybe here for a little bit of it, maybe a couple seconds. My cousin gonna be here in 20 minutes, but I'm still gonna be on stream. Sweet. Cool, man. Cool. Let's find a Fizzy Fizz song, hey? Just to take a break from the... Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. I can't do it. It's way too fast. This beat's crazy. Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizz Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. I bailed on that. That didn't work. That was terrible. Fizzy Fizz, 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 Fizz. Could probably do Emily better. Emily, 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 Emily. Oh, Emily. No, Emily. Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. Emily, 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 Emily. Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. Emily, Emily, Fizzy Fizz. Thanks for hanging out and being in the stream. Now I'm gonna go back to Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Now I'm gonna do it backwards again. Saber Sim, 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 Now I'm gonna go forwards again. Step 7. Ready? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Now back to fizzy. Fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz. I can't do it. Fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz, fizzy fizz. Mr. Beast, 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 6000, Mr. Beast 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 6000, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 And some coffee. It's a beast. 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 It's a Well, that was fun. Okay, gotta take a break. Gotta take a break from the beat. Beat break beast beat. I don't know. I'm going insane now. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Yeah. Yeah. Go play some guitar. I just keep playing the same thing over and over though. Mr. Beast, oh Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, what a treat, Mr. Beast, no defeat for Mr. Beast, what a treat, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. What should be the goal of views? 1 trillion billion should be the goal. The more views, the better. It's like this. Views, fame, or money, and all that stuff, watch time, it's all, you gotta, it's it's nice to have, but you gotta love what you're doing, because if you don't get all that stuff, then you'll be very, very sad, and you'll think you wasted a whole bunch of time, and you'll wasted your whole life and all this stuff. So if it doesn't happen, then you get all upset. So you have to just enjoy being in the moment and having fun, doing what you love to do. Then if that stuff comes, and that's great. But also, it's like, see, the reason why I definitely would would like that stuff is because I think more people would enjoy this. It's great playing. It's worth playing a song for you for, but it's a shame that 40,000 people don't get to enjoy the same fun that you guys look like you're expressing in the chat. Know what I mean? Hello, Joseph. How's it going? Joseph. Oh, Joseph. He just joined the chat. Now he's ready to chat, so let's hit him back. It's a beat, the beat, the beast, the beast, the beast, the beat, 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 the beat. Oh, visit this. Here he is. He's back again. Say hi to the kids. He's hanging out in the campsite, but he's got some Wi-Fi, so he can sit up all night and watch me and give me views. It's all about me. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Ta-da! You just subbed me. Thank you. Thank you so much for subbing to me. And if you do it, it's totally free. So if you want to have coffee time, relax with me. And we will be going Mr. Beast over and over until your brain gets crazy and you get a disorder like me. Oh, Mr. Beast, I said it 10 million times and I'm about to say again. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Thanks for giving me a disorder in my brain, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'm going crazy, baby. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. We're going on 55 hours saying Mr. Beast. So if you want to come hang with me, then you might go crazy. Mr. Beast, 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 man, Fizzy Fizz, he's chilling here. So is Emily. And now we got Joseph, and he just subbed to me. So hey, if he wants to sit here forever and listen to Mr. Beast, then you came to the right place. Just listen to this. It's a beat, the 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 beat, I'm vibing to this right now. Here's the 53rd video when I looked up Mr. Beast. Yeah, I saw that too. I noticed that yesterday. I typed in Mr. Beast. Someone asked who's Mr. Beast, and I was like, well, I'm gonna show you who Mr. Beast is. I will even stop what I'm doing to show you. And then when I looked up Mr. Beast, I was looking through the videos, and I saw mine. But you would think that a lot more people would be here if I was 53rd. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. It'd be better if Mr. Beast would follow me, but I'll still follow him to the end. Maybe one day he'll give me cash. No. I want to thank everybody for coming on this ride with us. You know, it's been a long ride, and there's been ups and there's been downs. And there's been times when, honestly, you got a little insane, but you're still here. So I gotta, unfortunately, make you suffer by going, Mr. Beast, 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 It's like it wasn't annoying enough yet. Mr. I hope that counts for more than one Mr. Beast because it was a long Mr. Beast. You know how many small Mr. Beasts I could have fit in that same time? Mr. Beast, 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 See, 98. It's a beast. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going on, let's see, this is 1 hour and 47 minutes into this live stream. And it's been about, we're going on about 6 hours or so today. We're somewhere around 57 hours or something doing this online. It's the 4th day, I think, 4th or 5th day. Start on Monday. Now it's Friday, so I guess that would be 5 days. You will probably say later, I just wasted 8 hours of my life. What is your Instagram so I can follow you? My Instagram, yep. I think my Instagram is on my YouTube. Well, I guess I could just, should I put the link in the chat? Would that be better? I like, if you go on my YouTube and about page, I think it's there, but I think I can just put the link in the chat. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Okay, tell me if this works. It might not. I don't know. It's just Razorian Buck, so you could just type that in. If it doesn't work, you mean 57 hours altogether of his life? Yes. Just look up all the other live streams that right before this one. The first live stream was 12 hours. Second one was 12 hours. Third one was 7 hours. Fourth one was 10 hours. Fifth one was 4.5 hours. Next one was 5.5 hours. Earlier today was 4.5 hours, and now we are at an hour and 50 minutes. But as you can see, I take breaks in between saying Mr. Beast because at this point, going on the fourth or fifth day, I've already beaten every other YouTuber. By like double. So I don't think I have much to prove or anything. Not that it was really a contest or anything to begin with, but this kind of like the best way to describe it is this like uncharted territory. So I mean, can you really complain if I chill out now? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I counted all the Mr. Beast words you said earlier when I woke up again. But I still got 2 more to do. All the words? What do you mean? You've been counting the words for me? How many times I said it? Because that would be crazy. If you actually did that, if you counted if you count how many times I said Mr. Beast throughout this entire experience till Monday, I will pay you money. I will give you. Well, I'm not rich. I'll give you like $100 because I was thinking about doing it myself. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I think it's somewhere around 300,000. It could be closer to 500,000 because there's people on YouTube that have done it for 100,000, but no one does it as fast as me and for as long as me either. It takes them 24 hours to do it or something. I don't know. I don't even know. Let's see. Let's look it up. Saying Mr. Beast 10 times in a row. Wow, good job. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Saying Mr. Beast 10,000 times. This video is 3 hours. After this stream, I'm gonna count again. Okay. Saying Mr. Beast for 6 hours. Oh, well, that doesn't say how many times he did it, though. So I want to know how many times I said it. Oh, here's my video showed up. And another one of my videos. This is my favorite video here. Saying Mr. Beast once. He goes, Mr. Beast. It's like 27 seconds. Here we go. Saying Mr. Beast 100,000 times. 12 hours. So I'm going to do the math here. We're going to figure out. And I bet you I do it way faster, though, than anybody. So whatever it is, whatever this number is, I bet mine's like probably double. 100,000 divided by 12 hours is 8,333 times an hour. So now we'll times that by, let's just say 57 hours so far. That's 475,000 times. And then that's not including the fact that I do take some breaks though, but except when I don't take a break, I do it way fast. It's a beast, 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 it's a beast beast. Now let's like listen to this guy do it. I'll skip ahead.
Bonjour mes gars.
Follow my Instagram. Thank you. It's not bad actually. With the beam, and 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 the beam. Let's see how it's the beam, and 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 the beam. He's in a car now. Well, actually, that's better than I thought. It's better than I thought. So it's a beam, and the 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 beam. Do I play games? Yes, I play. Well, I'm gonna play some Fortnite next week because I promised someone in chat I would. I play Apex Legends, and I play Beat Saber, and I play other games on the Oculus Quest, and I play Plants vs. Zombies 3. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beastman. No mobile games. No. I don't like mobile games. Mr. Beastman, the Beast. I used to play this one where you group a farm of zombies. That was fun. But I got to the last level and then it glitched out on me and I could never get past that because the game would glitch. So it was like Zombie Farm or something. Mr. Beastman, the Beast, Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast, Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast, Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast, Mr. 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 Beastman, the Beast. Yes, the Beastman, 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 the Beast. Have you ever heard of Call of Duty Mobile? Yeah. Well, I've heard of Call of Duty. I had it. I have a copy for PlayStation 4, and I had it also for Nintendo Wii back in the day. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Oh yeah, and I play Grand Theft Auto, but I lent it to a friend, so now I don't have it at the moment. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beastman, Mr. Beast. That's the Beastman, 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 the Beastman's a beast. Mr. Beastman's a beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman's a beastman, the Beastman's a beastman, the Beastman's a beastman, the 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 Beastman's a beastman, the Beastman's a beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman's a beastman, the 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 Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast. That's right, Mr. Beast, boy. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Do you know how to make clay out of dirt? Yes, I do. You use dirt, and then you get it wet. You clean all the gunk out. You just have to watch the video I made, and it'll tell you. That's how I made this. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. You gotta watch the video to find out how. I made a whole video on how to do it, so it defeats the purpose for me to sit here and just explain my video. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Well, boy. Well, boy. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Gotta go. Be back in a half hour? Okay. Cool. That is so cool. You want to make clay? You go into the backyard, you grab a pail of dirt. Then you... How did I do it? You pour a bunch of water into it. You need a strainer. That's what it is. You need a strainer after that. You pour it through a strainer into a different bucket or whatever. And you'll get out all the grass and the rocks and the pebbles and stuff. So then you just end up with dirt. Pure dirt. And sand. And see, dirt is made up of clay and sand and rocks and stuff. So then you have to get all the sand out. Sand is the most important part because that's what stops it from sticking together. So, in order to do that, you gotta let it sit, because basically sand weighs more than the clay. So the sand will all go to the bottom, and the clay will all go to the top. And I think that's right. Yeah. I don't know. You gotta watch the video. It's a process. It's not hard. You probably have all the stuff in your house to do it. But there's a few different steps. There's the beast, 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 the beast. Today is my birthday. Can you give me a shout out? Joseph Watson. Well, who am I going to shout out? The 3 other people that are here? Joseph Watson, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Watson. Joseph Watson. Happy birthday to you, yo. Everybody, check out Joseph. Go to his channel and be like, yo, buddy. How's that? Is that what you meant? Because that's what I did. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Happy birthday, though. Did you get cool gifts? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Sippy some, 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 it's a beatman, the beatman, the beatman, the beat, sippy some, it's a beatman, the beatman, the beatman, the beat, sippy some, it's a beat. Okay, I'm gonna take a break now. Okay, I need a 10-minute break. I want to go get some pop, relax. I gotta go see the dog outside. Give my mouth a rest. Okay, I got a little sign here. It says I'll be back in 40 seconds. But since you are here and you're super fans, you will know that it's actually 10 minutes. Everyone else will think it's 40 seconds because they're when they pop in. Okay, I'm going to be gone for 10 minutes. You know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I'll see you in a bit. Yo, I'm back, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Is anyone still here, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I should have left the Mr. Beast video playing while I was gone. I got some Sprite. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I am the only one in the chat. Aw. Well, Joseph. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joseph. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to, but you should go out and you should enjoy yourself if it's your birthday. You should go have some fun. Go enjoy. How old are you, by the way, I should ask, if you don't mind saying. You should go enjoy yourself. Be good. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I'm gonna make an Instagram video. I think I've gotten better at saying Mr. Beast. So why not? Do it here so everyone can see the chat. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast. Whew. Oh my God. Mr. Beast. Saying hashtag Mr. Beast 100 times. I already know it's 100 times because I've already done it a few times. The beast, 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 beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Oh, you can make a video in playing Call of Duty Mobile. Probably not. Not good at Call of Duty. I suck. I think I am the only one in chat. Yeah. I was saying how old are you now that it's your birthday, if you don't mind me asking? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. 16. Nice. Yeah, how come you're not out doing stuff? Having fun and enjoying yourself. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. There's gotta be something you could be doing right now that's funner than this. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I actually am having fun. Oh, good. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that I'm somehow entertaining in some way. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Hopefully other people come back to the chat. One person, Noel, said that they were gonna come back. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 yeah, and Fizzy. Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz, Fizzy Fizz. Joseph, 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 Joseph. Joseph Watts, 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 Joseph Watts. With the beat, 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 with You're back. All right. We missed you. I'm glad that you are back. I'm back. I'm super glad. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. How's it been? It's been quiet. I went for a break myself. I went for a 15-minute break. I think we all took a break. We needed it. Mr. Beast. tipped in chat. Mr. Beast, 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 Beast. Yes, thank you for that too. So appreciated. Mr. Beam, 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 Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Beast. Whoa, pardon me. Holy cow. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I wish for these challenges I could just pay someone else to do it. And then just claim that was me. Just hire somebody else to do it and be like, I said I said Mr. Beast 100,000 times, but technically I paid somebody to do it. You should get more sleep since you're tired. Yeah, I should, but oh, oh. I don't think I'm tired because I'm lack of sleep. I think I'm tired because I'm doing the same thing over for hours. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Thank you, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I think this might be a new trailer to the new Karate Kid television show. If this is the new trailer, we gotta watch it. Because it's one of my favorite shows. I know it's not entertaining to see it like this, but let's skip. The legendary.
My karate teacher? No. I'm gonna be your sensei. You'll build strength. You'll learn discipline. And when the time is right, you'll strike back.
It's beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast.
I don't know why you'd ever want to bring back Cobra Kai. Was you looking to take karate?
This is all old footage. Where's the new stuff?
Like your old pal Daniel LaRusso?
Uh-oh.
Want a few things? Hey, are you nerds? You have the potential to be better than I ever was. Show them what you got.
Yeah, this is all old footage. This is from season 2 and season 1. Lame. Probably get copyright strikes because of that. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I don't know, I'm gonna look, see if there's a different trailer. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Cobra Kai season 3. Clip. Is this it? Let's see. Gonna play it without sound until we find out. This is the same thing I'm pretty sure we just watched. This is all the same footage. How do you promote season 3 with a trailer with footage all from season 2 and 1? Or am I wrong? Because I don't know. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. There are people saying that they're breaking down the trailer though, so I don't know. It's probably who been on this stream long. What? Who's been on this stream for long? There's so many people. For a while there's like 10 or 15 people here. But that was like last stream. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I think 2 are bots. Nah. Let's see. Is 1 me? Okay, well 1 is me. I keep a stream open so I can check to make sure it's actually live and stuff, and that there's audios playing. You know, this way I can push the button right here, and I can hear myself. That way I know the audio's working. And I know that the video's working. I know that, and sometimes, like, if people aren't chatting, I think maybe YouTube's broken. So I like to have another stream open where I can see the chat, so I can see maybe it's just not showing up on my side. That's happened before. That's been a YouTube problem. So yeah. So anyways, one of them's me, and then there's Noel and Joseph. So that's all 3 of us right now. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 your eyes are kinda red, as meaning tired. How can you tell? The video is such terrible quality. How can you tell that my eyes are red? It's probably just the quality of the video. Ready for crazy dance party? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 How was that? Good to be back. Hope everyone's doing well. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. But Are you not entertained? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. How many more days are left for this? Today's Friday. So we got Saturday, then Sunday, then on Monday I'm supposed to go back to work, but I'm supposed to also do the morning on Monday. So I think I'm gonna have to push the Monday stream back because I started Monday at 1 p.m. So I want to end Monday on 1 p.m. But because I have to work in the morning on Monday, I'm gonna push the stream back and probably finish around Monday 5 p.m. So yeah, today's Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We still got 3 days to go. I'm telling you, I'm getting burnt out. Okay, what day we gonna play Fortnite? Any day after Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. You can play all the days if you want. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Okay, I got school next week, so probably Friday night. Okay, sounds good. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Did you add me on? Did you find me and add me on? So on my PlayStation, PSN or whatever it's called. Yeah, PlayStation Network. My ID's Razorian Blade. I think you said you already found me and added me, but if anyone else wants to, that's my tag. And yeah, I will go change that at some point. Now that I know you can do it once for free. I don't care. I'd pay to do it. This people can find me easier. Oh, I am tired. Oh my gosh, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. What's your top 3 favorite series? TV series? Cobra Kai that we just watched the trailer for. The Walking Dead. And I mean, I want to say Game of Thrones, but that's over now. And the ending was terrible. But I don't really watch a whole bunch of TV series. So, oh, you said, yeah, favorite series. For a second, I thought you said Fortnite series. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. beastman, the 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 beast. Stranger Things I haven't watched yet. I probably should. I know everyone loves it. The Walking Dead and what is that? Flash? Is that what you're trying to say? I haven't watched Flash. You don't have any favorite shows? No favorite TV shows? What? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Oh, and I guess I could put the Mandalorian in there. Mandalorian is a good show, but it's only on Disney Plus, but I just searched the internet and found it somewhere else. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Whoa, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's so loud in the house because Hoover. What's Hoover? Is that a vacuum? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I don't know where Gemma is. I think she's probably cruising around YouTube, saying hi to other channels, other live streams. She'll probably be back. You're in Mexico. How is Mexico doing? Is it hot? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. So, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I never been on a holiday. Well, you should. Come to Canada. Well, you can't now because we have a pandemic, which the world has never had before. So everyone has to try to do their best to stay at home and chill, relax, which is good for playing video games. And chilling on YouTube. I think if you got lots of time on your hands because of what's going on these days, you can learn lots of different things on YouTube. I've learned so much stuff. I've learned, I learned how to make clay balls, but that was kind of before this whole thing started. But I learned how to do that. I learned how to take apart a dryer machine and fix it, although I never ended up fixing it, but I learned how. I looked up how to paint. So I learned how to paint this because I went on YouTube and I looked up how to paint. I learned how to play piano. There's so much stuff you can learn. I don't even remember it all. 3D animation, stuff like that. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Let's read back in the chat, Joseph. My birthday was the same as yours. What? What are you talking about? It's Joseph's birthday today, is what he said. Does that mean it's your birthday today, too? Am I being punked here? What's going on? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. No, I mean ages ago I only got cake this year. Oh. Well, happy birthday. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. It's not really your birthday though, is it, Emily? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Is it really your birthday? Oh. I'll sing you happy birthday too. Happy birthday to you. Not mine, his. Oh. I thought you said it was you guys had the same birthday. It says just read back in chat, Joseph, my birthday was same as yours. That's what you wrote. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Oh, same day. Like same number day. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. What, boys? Boys and girls. Mr. Beast, Mr. Problem is, I ran out of songs to play. I mean, I got more songs I can play that I haven't played today. 12 likes. My screen says 11. Oh, that's because I liked my own stream. He was this guy on YouTube that counted to 100,000. Then he also did some other things, like he read the dictionary. And then one day he was like, I'm gonna say Logan Paul's name over and over and over and over and over. But before that, he got that idea from something else that he did, which was saying PewDiePie over and over and over and over. So Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, this song is for you. I don't know how it is that you do what you do, and how you can give so much cash to all those people. That's why I write this song for you, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Also Chandler, he's a guy. And Chris, he's also a guy. They are both male. There's also others, but I don't know their names. I'm sorry, I don't know your names. But I know Mr. Beast, 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 and Chandler, Mr. Beast and Chris, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, 6,000. 6,000, 6,000, oh, 6,000. What do you think of my song? Pretty cool, huh? Oh no, I don't have any more pop. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I need to play something else. What's your epic usernames? What? I don't know. Mr. Beast, 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 Booga Booga, Mr. Beast. What does he mean? Fortnite is made by a company called Epic. So if you play Fortnite, then you have to have an Epic account as well. So the username, I suppose, what she's saying is that the username on Epic could also be different than, say, your username on PlayStation. Sorry, going crazy. Don't want to annoy the crap out of you guys. I don't want to annoy the poop out of you, but I'm kind of going crazy here. Mr. B, 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 Mr. B. I gotta make coffee. Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B. Mr. B, 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 Mr. B. Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. B, Mr. Beast. Watch me make coffee. It's so much fun. I actually have a kitchen, but I bring everything in here so I can live stream and make coffee because of this epic adventure we're on. Mr. Beat, 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 Mr. Beat. Where's my spoon? Mr. Beat, 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 Mr. Beat. Slippery soul. Oh. I don't know what my epic username is. I got no clue. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my creamer for coffee. Mr. Beast, boy. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. What level are you? I don't know what level I am. If it does work, I'll add you. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Don't have the battle pass, so yeah. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Need some. Now I feel my throat being all crappy. Only took 3-4 days. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Maybe it's because I was leveling my dad up. So yeah. Oh, that can happen. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Yo, boy, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Oh crap, I forgot to move the camera. That was kind of fun. Beast, oh, bear. Who's the third person? That's me. See? The third person is me watching myself. That's how you make that sweet money. No, just kidding. Don't make any money by doing that. Get some extra watch time. Get like one extra view. But it's actually important to do just so you can monitor that everything's working. If you go live stream on YouTube, there's like you could accidentally put on private. And I've done that before, like once, but whatever. Then what happens is nobody can see it. And then you're just sitting there and you're talking, you're waiting for people to come in. No one comes in. You don't know why. And then you find out, like, oh, it's because it's on private. No one can find the video. And there's other things. Sometimes the audio isn't working. I'm talking and nobody can hear me. And I'm like, is my microphone on? What's going on, right? So I want to check the chat. And then sometimes YouTube just screws up and they don't even show your video. Like, it's like you're live, except that YouTube's not showing anybody. It's not coming up. So also for trolling. It's a beast, and the beam, 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 and the beast. It's the beast, and 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 the beast. It's the beast, and the beast. Bug. Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast. Mr. Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beastman, the Beast. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. It's fake. Bigfoot fungus. This is fake. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. I'm not as brave as YouTuber because they can reveal their face and voice. Mr. Beast. You don't have to show your face if you want to live stream or if you want to just make videos. There's a lot of videos where people never show their face. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Bigfoot, fungus, are you still here? I was just joking. This is real. Go to his YouTube. He has no other videos. Yes, yeah. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Beast, Mr. Beast, Beast, Mr. Beast, boy. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Shane. I'll see if I can get him back. He's outside right now. Oh, I hear him. Shane, come here. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Come here. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. What's up? What's up, buddy? What's up? Huh? What are you doing? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Oh, Bigfoot left. Shame, Bigfoot left. Oh well. Want to say hi to Emily and Joseph. The beam, the beam, the beam, the beam, the beam, the beam, the beam. This is what you came for, right? Yeah? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. What if I just let you grab it? You want to grab one? You've never done that before. He's never grabbed one out of the box before, so he's like, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't understand that he's allowed, and technically he shouldn't be allowed because it's a bad habit to learn. But you know, whatever. Okay, you missed your chance. You don't get one then. Just kidding. Just kidding. Here you go. It's beastman, the 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 beast. Is the beastman, 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 the beastman. Shane, I'm not gonna give you another one, but you can come up here and you can hang on live stream in front of everyone, and I can extort you for views. Is that the right word? What? What? What, buddy? What? Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. He's like, all right, I'm out. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. It's the beastman, 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 the beast. Hello. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beastman, Mr. Beastman, Mr. Beastman, Mr. Beastman, Mr. Beastman, Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Black and brown, and he's small. No. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beastman, Mr. Beastman, Mr. Beastman, the Beast. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Right? Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Mr. Beastman, the 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 Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I'd like to know if watching this, you're more likely to say, well, I ain't never doing that. Or are you more likely to say, that makes me want to also do it? Mr. Beast, 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 a bit of both. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I kind of want to, but nah. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Doesn't count as like, you can't just go beast and be like, oh, I just did it 30 times. I'm already pushing the line. Apparently, because you say it sounds like I'm saying Mr. Bean. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. You might for an hour. Well, I'm not saying you should. You probably shouldn't. Technically, we're doing it too because we're saying what he's saying in our heads. Yeah. I guess. Technically, you are. You are super troopers. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. At least you know the lyrics. I got that one little tune I do, which I just did. But if you hear it enough, you'll like know the tune too. You'll know the rhythm. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. It's an original song. Now let's all do it. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Sounds like you're saying a lot of words that mix together. Yeah. I got a list here of what it all sounds like. Ready? First one, match the peas. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Next one. Piece of pizza. That's what it used to sound like, but I haven't heard that one in a bit. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I don't know, I can't hear it anymore, but I did for a while. Bees, mister? Beast, Mr. 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 Oh, please, mister. That's just like bees, mister, really. Please, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Beast, Mr. Beast, Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, mister. I don't know. Same as bees. Masterpiece? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. What do we got here? Oh, Mr. Piece? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. And then the last one I got is Miss the Beat. Mr. Beat, 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 Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. And then I guess there's one with beans, right? But I didn't write that one down yet. Something beans? And also misery is something I've heard before. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I know you're just saying Mr. Beast, but it sounds like you're saying a lot of words. Oh yeah, together. The start sounds like Mr. Beast is a beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mitherbean? It sound like Mitherbean? Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Got a Hoover stairs to you. It vacuum. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. 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 Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat. Mr. Bees, Mr. Bees, Mr. Bees, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean. Zabazim, 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 zabazim. That's right, boys. Me. Zabazim, 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 zabazim. Zibzim, 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 zibzim. Zibzim, 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 zibzim. Save, save.
You can speed through the checkout
be
line
quiet.
with Google Pay.
Be
At the
quiet.
register,
Ain't nobody
unlock
want
your
your
phone.
crap. Okay. Save, 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 save.
Miss, 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 miss. Miss, miss,
What?
miss, miss. Save, 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 miss.
Save, 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 save.
Miss, 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 miss.
Zibizim, 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 zibizim. Zibizim, 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 zibizim. Mr. Beast, 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 boy. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'll be right back. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Yep. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I can't do it. This is only so quick you can do it. It's not like you could just keep going forever, getting faster and faster until the day you die. Eventually, you gotta hit a limit. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. How's the rest go? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. How do people earn a shout out on videos, by the way? I'm not asking for me to get one. Well, technically, it's not really appropriate to ask, but you can. But what is a shout out really? A shout out is just someone saying your name? Because I've already said your name. So technically, that would already be a shout out. Like, this is better than a shout out. I'm actually talking to you during this entire stream. So, you know, if anyone was to come here and watch this stream and they said, oh my gosh, this person seems to know Razorian really well because they're chatting. They've been chatting this entire time. And they must know Joseph really well too because they've been, and then for some reason they wanted to subscribe to you or hang out with you because of me. It's like, that's the thing. It's like saying, hey Joseph, how's it going? Happy birthday. That's like no difference from me going, hey everyone, you should subscribe to Joseph on YouTube or on PlayStation or whatever. This is the exact same thing, really. Just want to talk to you both. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, bada bow. What's the woo? What's the wee? What's the wah, bada boo, bada ga? Bada go, bada go, bada gee, bada go, bada go, bada go, bada ga. Clearly, I am tired. I'm glad I found the stream because otherwise I'd be bored. Where did you find the stream? Where did both you guys find the stream, by the way? Are you going to be doing this all night? Not tonight, I don't think. You just typed Mr. Beast and you found me? Nice. It was the first thing? What? Really? It must be just for you, though. It can't be the first thing that pops up for everyone. Because with 41 or 43 million subscribers, if my video was topped of for everyone, then there'd be a lot more people to hear than 4 or 3 or 2. Okay, I did watch a couple of Mr. Beast Gaming. I didn't realize I watched a couple of videos of that. Oh yeah, there I am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on mine. And then going down. My video is probably here somewhere else too, like number 50 or number 80 or something. Who knows? Now it changed to the third one. On my one, it's number 5, except a couple of them are just 2 of them are channels. So yeah, it technically is number 3. But it also it'll show up different for different people. So like, for example, I've already searched my videos, so YouTube knows that. So they'll maybe throw my videos up closer because they know like. But for random people just around the internet, you're 6. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I should have changed the description, so I just read it and I'm like, I could do better. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Who's this guy? What is this? Hold on. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. I look up Mr. Beast. Oh, by the way, I'm 12 and a girl, not 18. Who said you were 18? Oh, here where it says you're 6. Duh. That's my place he's talking about, right? People think I'm 18. I know he's saying your video is 6. Oh. Okay. I think you spell it like this. 6. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Yes, the Beast, Mr. 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 Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. By the way, people think I'm same height as a year 5 class. What does that matter? Tell them you're not. See? Say, I am my height. That's what my height is. Say, everyone in fifth grade is my height. I'm not their height. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. There's this funny saying in a movie I watched. I can't remember what movie it is at the moment. Or maybe it's Simpsons. Maybe it's The Simpsons, but I remember there's someone following another person. It's like, this person's following me. And then he's like, no, you're just going everywhere I'm going 2 seconds before I go there. I think it was The Simpsons. I don't remember what episode or anything, but I don't know. Something you said in the chat just reminded me of that. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, 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 again, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. So it confusing. I'm getting tired too. I might end the stream now. I don't want to because it's only it hasn't even hit 4 hours yet. But I'm gonna live stream again. But maybe I should take an hour break or something. Hey? Can't wear myself out. I kind of want to wait till 4, but can I do this for another 20 minutes? You guys are great. You two are great. But sitting here going, Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. See, that was like 20 seconds, 10 seconds, which means I have to kind of do that like 400 more times to get to 4 hours. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Yeah. Okay, I'll end the stream now, and I'll probably come back in like an hour. 5, yeah, an hour, something like that. If you're around, come find me. Okay? Do you have Facebook? Yes, I do. It's in the description. But here, I will put it in the chat. There's my Facebook. There's my Facebook, baby. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Well, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. My name is Emily Armstrong. Okay. Sounds good. Cool, guys. And where's Joseph? I don't know where Joseph is, but Joseph, I'll see you. Come back in an hour and come hang out with us. Please. Okay. Peace. I gotta end this. I just gotta walk away, people. Gotta walk away.